become who you are, and that as an example, and then your words as an example, and your describing of it, and then your description of your own shortcomings and failures that give people confidence that it's not like you're this superhuman person that is like a character in a book.
Right.
No, you're a real human being who has real insecurities and real failures in your past and real demons. And you figured out a way to harness that energy and just keep going forward.
Yep.
And not quit.
That's it. That's it. I mean, there are no timeouts. You know, people there's a part in the book that I talk about, a prisoner mind, and that's about my mother. And you know, she just I will never listen to that part again in that book.
That was hard.
Just so you know, man, like I will never again listen to that shit.
Your mother's very, very, very brave.
Oh,
to be able to talk like that. To be able to talk like that to the world, and to just, she lost her life. She lost this giant chunk of her life with this abusive man. And to hear her talking about him hitting her and what it was like, and the fact that she never came from a family that hit her, she had never been hit before.
Never. And
to have her express it the way she did, so honestly and openly, it's very powerful.
And the whole time she's talking, man, she's on the cusp of like losing it. Like I'm in the other room, so I'm interviewing her, and I'm hearing this shit. So I knew a lot about it. Obviously, I lived it, and that's what fucked me up the most, man. When you see, like I said, I wasn't a smart kid growing up, but whatever the fuck made me, I'm so fucking, my mind is sharp, man. Like it's crazy. Like I was so aware of so much shit. I was so bright in that way. And to see your mom go through that shit as that young kid, and like I was going through it and she was going through it right beside me. Like when I got my ass beat, she got her ass beat. It's fucked up, man. Like you just can't, people like to judge who you are, man. Why you cuss so much, man? My life wasn't fucking PG, motherfucker. Like, you can't just turn who the fuck you are off. When you see your mom going through that kind of shit, and then I'm coming to her defense at 7 or 8 years old when she's getting her fucking ass beat by a 220-pound man, and I'm fucking some little kid. You know what kind of courage it takes to muster that up to go help her out and to see her fucked up like that? And the time she would cry and be bruised up and shit. It was a fucking nightmare. And then to hear her talk about it, like the part where my dad says, I brought this belt from Texas. This belt came all the way from Texas to whip your ass with. And it was like, what the, where am I at right now? Because I knew no other households were fucking living like this, man. And I knew it. And I knew it. And then she was shut off. She was shut off from the world. And when I wrote Can't Hurt Me, she refused. She said, fuck, don't put my shit in there. She was so embarrassed. Like I put in there, man, she fucking married a fucking prisoner. So my mom was so fucked up. She was so fucked up by this shit. And people go, man, you're a mama's boy. Motherfucker, I ain't no mama's boy, man. See your mom go through this shit. You can make sure she's taken care of. So she came out, and one of the people that, she got married a few times because she was looking for something that my dad stripped from her. And she was out. She was gone for years. She's just not coming back. She's 70, she's 75. But in that book I talk about, man, she's like, don't put that, and Can't Hurt Me. But now she's getting better, and she's allowing me more to talk more about my life, which was also some of her life.
The part about marrying a prisoner is so crazy.
Dude, it was a fucking, but...
Not just a prisoner, but a prisoner who killed a woman.
Dude, so it was so fucked up. It's hard for me to even talk about because it's almost like, I had a front row seat at a horror show. So when my mom left my dad, she went to Wilmouth and he got murdered. I talk about that in Can't Hurt Me. He got murdered. So that took her all the way over the edge. I mean, he got shot fucking 6 times. And the last shot, this motherfucker got right up on his head and made sure he was dead. Like forehead shot. And so she didn't cry. She didn't cry. She's lost. It was over. A whole nother person became. And so I'm fucking now like 12, 13, 14, whatever the fuck I was. I'm watching this woman every day. Front row seat, just watching her, just go through life, fucked up. And then I'm about to go in the military, into the Air Force. And like 2 years out, man, I'm like a sophomore in high school. Phone's ringing every night. She'd tell me, don't get on the phone. Don't get on the phone. Don't get on the phone. 15-minute calls, hang up. 15-minute call, hang up. 15-minute call, hang up. What the fuck is going on? But see, the way I was growing, like the way I was raised, you don't ask your mom what's going on. It ain't like now, like conversations and shit with the parents. You shut the fuck up. And I didn't ask shit, but I knew something was fucked because like 3-4 hours a night, 15-minute hang up, because he was in prison. This guy was in prison, so he only had 15 minutes on the phone. He had to put more money in it.
How did you meet him?
She started working. So she was always about helping people out. But the thing about it was, like, I was right in front of her and needed so much fucking help. And it was fucked up for me for a long time, but she helped out so many people. But I guess since I was with her through the journey, I didn't count. But it's all good, man. It's what life's about. You got to understand what your mom went through so that I can be good with it. You know, like I saw that. So I had to man up a lot more than what. So she saw people needed help. So she started teaching in the prison. So she had a full-time job at the DePaul University in Greencastle, Indiana. And then she started teaching in a prison. And she met this prisoner. This prisoner, obviously, I don't know, slid her a note or some bullshit like that. And, you know, she was looking for anything. She was looking for anybody that loved her because my dad beat the fucking life out of her. And my dad, so my dad wouldn't marry my mom, but ended up marrying a woman that was tied to like, I'm not even gonna go there, man. I'm not trying to get fucking sued and shit right now, man. But he married somebody that was fucked up. It's fucked up. So anyway, she met him in prison, and the phone was ringing every night. She didn't tell me about it. Cause how you could tell your son, hey, David, I'm in love with the prisoner. So before I go,
Who murdered a woman?
Oh no, I'm about to get to that, brother.
Yeah.
So I'm fucking now about a week out or whatever the fucking was from leaving for boot camp. And she lets me know what's up. And so I'm about to leave for boot camp. And I'm so protective of my mom. And she lays this on me. Yeah, sit down. Let's have a talk. And she never does this shit, man. She's like, there was nothing ever hidden from me. That's why I grew up so fast. Like that abusive life and what she was going through, it was front and center. Her being broke, everything. This was the only secret she kept from me. She goes, those phone calls, you know, I've been seeing someone in prison. All right, cool, whatever.